Good morning. It's around 7 a.m. and I'm just about to prepare my breakfast. I thought today I would do a what I eat in a day video. The idea of recording everything I eat in a day feels completely idiotic, but I love watching these videos when other people do them. So I'm going to prepare my breakfast real quick. I have a meeting coming up soon, and then we're gonna head upstairs to eat. I do eat at my desk. I know that's not great, but that's just what I do right now. And then we can chat a bit more about nutrition and weight loss, and hopefully it goes without saying, but just in case, none of this is advice in any way. I'm just sharing what I do, and if you happen to pick up a few ideas, great. And if not, that's okay too. All right, so my breakfast is done. I have a protein shake, and then I made a bowl of oatmeal. I did add a little sweetener to it with cinnamon, and then I put about 16 grams of peanut butter on it. And then Otto and I really like these sparkling ice drinks. They have a little bit of caffeine in them. But anyhow, that's my breakfast. There's Peanut. All right, I'm back. So I thought I would spend a few minutes talking about why I weigh my food and what that was all about. I weigh my food out because I track my macros, my macronutrients. I've been doing this for, I think, a decade at this point. So basically, I'm not going to get into, all the dirty details. There's tons of videos if you're interested in learning more about counting your macros, or some people call it flexible dieting. It's not a diet. But basically, everything we eat is made up of 3 macronutrients: protein, carbs, and fat. And by manipulating these 3 numbers, you can manipulate your body composition. So how much muscle you have and how much fat you have. So I've been doing this for a very long time. And it's funny because people with a history of disordered eating, which is me, hi, counting macros is supposed to be very bad for us because we already obsess over food, and a lot of people with eating disorders, one of the things that they do is they count their calories. Flexible dieting is not supposed to be a good solution for me, but I swear to you, time and time again, it's the only thing that keeps me sane, because when I log my food, it gets it out of my head. So it works really, really well for me. Again, none of what I'm sharing is advice. Over the years, I've tried not logging and just eating intuitively. It doesn't work. Eating intuitively, my intuition is telling me to eat a loaf of bread. Everyone's macros are different. Over the years, my numbers have changed. I've worked with a couple different coaches who gave me the numbers and told me how to eat. And those were usually great experiences. My journey lately has been a little different because for many years, and I've shared this before on this channel, I was a competitive Olympic weightlifter. So I was lifting a lot and eating a lot and could not gain weight because I was working out so much, which is not in my nature. I gain weight very easily, typically. So those years of my life were very nice. I was very muscular and very lean, and I ate a lot. But then a lot of life changes happened, and these days I train for fun, and also just went through some life experiences and ended up putting on 20 pounds and felt awful about myself. I just felt really, really icky. And for a few years, I tried to lose some of this weight. I'm no stranger to losing weight, gaining weight. I did it while I was lifting. This isn't my first rodeo, but nothing I tried seemed to work to help me lose that weight, or even some of that weight. My weight just kept going up. And finally I was like, all right, clearly I'm missing something here. So I hired a coach again, and she gave me a new set of macros to work with, and that did the trick. Very quickly, I started losing inches off my waist and my hips, and then the number on the scale started going down. And I have lost You know, it fluctuates. I've lost 12 to 13 pounds and I've maintained it. And I don't feel like I'm sacrificing anything. In fact, I feel better, like physically, mentally. I would like to lose maybe another 5 to 10 pounds. But honestly, if I stuck at this weight and I stayed here and didn't lose any more, I can say that I'd be okay with that, because I feel a hell of a lot better than I felt before. So that's why you saw me weighing my food. My meals every day do not look the same. Sometimes I'm craving something different, and I'm definitely not perfect. I don't try to be perfect. I try to be consistent. Losing this weight has not been hard because I've been able to eat pretty much whatever I want. The hard part is the consistency. You have to keep showing up. And if you mess up, it's okay, as long as those are the exceptions to the rule. That's enough rambling for now. So I had my oatmeal, I had my protein shake, my morning macros are on point. I chug water all day long. Anywho, I've got a lot of work to do, so I'm gonna do that, and I will see you for lunch. All right, it is 12:25, so I'm going to do 2 eggs. We call them flippy style. I believe the technical term is over easy. So the whites are cooked and the yolk will hopefully be runny. We'll see. And then I add extra egg whites to it to get extra protein. Because eggs do have protein and fat, but they're a little heavy on the fat and not so much on the protein, and egg whites are pure protein. And then I'm going to make 2 pieces of toast. We bought this, I'm not super picky with bread, but this is multi-grain and it's got sunflower and flax seeds in it. And 1 slice is 18 grams of carbs. So I actually do 2 slices, which I know puts me a little over. For each meal, I get 30 grams of carbs. So this will go over that a little bit, but not trying to be perfect. I'm trying to be consistent, and the difference is small enough that it doesn't really matter. Here they are, 2 eggs, flippy style, 100 grams of egg whites, and 2 slices of toast. You could tell the yolks are cooked, but hopefully there will still be some good juice in there. Oh! I do need to get back to work, but I figured I'd hang out for a few more minutes. One thing I wanted to be sure to mention in this video, when I've watched other what I eat in a day videos on YouTube, they're always very pretty and very aesthetic and very perfect. And I feel like those are great, they're fun to watch, but the reality is that I feel like for the vast majority of us, our food, our lifestyles just don't look like that. It's okay if you don't have this perfect, beautiful meal prepping happening. And also, we should acknowledge that having access to healthy food, organic food, a variety of food that you can afford is a privilege. Being healthy sometimes, in some cases, can be more expensive. So you do your best. You do the best you can every day. Never get down on yourself if you watch a YouTube video from, an influencer or whatever, and you think, oh my gosh, my life looks nothing like theirs. There's a good chance that their life doesn't even look like that. That's just not reality for most people. It is 6:23. We finished our workout. We did a weightlifting workout, and then we went for a walk, and I'm feeling a bit, what do they call it? Peckish? Titulated? What? What did you just say?
Titulated?
That's not a word. Snacky. Isn't peckish a word? Peckish? Like you want a snack, you're hungry? So I picked up these little baby mangoes from the store this weekend. I think I'm gonna inhale one of those. And then we might be ordering dinner in, allegedly. Why is food so expensive? I bought this grapefruit Saturday. My God. Ew. Here's the little baby mango. I got a bag of these for 99 cents because they were on the ugly fruit shelf. The grapefruit, may he rest in peace, couldn't last 3 days, but ironically, these are good. And then I just hover over the sink like a lunatic and eat it over the dirty dishes. Oh my God. So typically how things work in this house is while we are eating, we talk about what we're going to eat next. I think we've decided on Cafe Rio, which is a Mexican restaurant here in Vegas. I mean, there are other places too, but that's one of our go-tos. The food is great when they get the order right, which happens maybe half the time, but we're gonna roll the dice and see what we get. The food is 4 minutes away. We showered. This is me. No makeup. My hair is getting greasy. Sir,
Okay.
would you like to show the 4 people who are going to watch this what we got?
Well,
You look beautiful.
I mean, if I knew you were going to record, I would have put on my nicer American shirt.
I love your American flag tank top.
I got a burrito.
Okay.
I did not get enchilada style. You got a salad, and even though I said no tortilla, they gave you a tortilla.
Buttheads.
Strips.
All right, so I always request that they don't put the tortilla because I want to save on my carbs since I have chips. And like I said, they usually mess something up. So anyhow, I've saved enough room in my carbs, in my macros for the day to eat, normally I eat like maybe half of their salad. Gonna enjoy the chips and queso. And this lighting is terrible, but what I want to leave you with is this. We have continued eating out twice a week, and I still lost the weight that I mentioned. And that's because outside of the 2 times a week that we eat out, my macros are usually pretty on point. I feel like you've stayed in that position for too long. Blink if you're okay. You don't have to sacrifice everything to see progress. You can and should enjoy your life. And you best believe I'm gonna enjoy that Diet Coke. It's looking extra crispy. All right, well, we love you. Remember to eat today, and I'll see you next time.
I'm gonna take you off speakerphone. Go ahead.
Man,
Oh, God.
also something called bucket of cake.